All right, here we go. Round 7 of our VGC Draft League. I'm recording this out of order. I haven't had Battle 6 yet. And I think Battle 7 is taking place before Battle 6. So I don't know what happens. I might still be undefeated going into this battle. I might not. But we're going to continue the trend. We're going to continue going. And we're going to start off with Golden Go, right? Actually, let's back up a little bit and talk about my opponent's team. They have the very, very scary Chen Pao Dragonite core. Pao Knight, yeah. It's a problem, for sure, yeah. I like to think that Roaring Moon, in Regulation C, Roaring Moon was always my check to Pao Knight. It put in so much work against that core. So I think Roaring Moon is definitely going to be a linchpin this week, right? That said, like it obviously needs to be scared of Tinkaton with play roughs and stuff and ice spinners from Chen Pao, but we have breaking swipe and stuff to mitigate the damage coming out from those. My opponent's team's very physical, right? The only special attackers that they have are Superior, which can easily steamroll, right? That's specifically why I'm not running Snarl on my Roaring Moon, because I do not want to give that thing buffs. And Galvantula, right? Which I'm kind of disrespecting Galvantula. I don't think it's a great VGC draft Pokemon, but you know, hopefully my opponent proves me wrong. That would be awesome. I love Galvantula. But anyways, let's get into the team, right? So starting things off, we have Golden Go. It is standard Golden Go I bring every single freaking week, right? It is Make It Rain, Shadow Ball. This coverage is perfect into my opponent's team. They don't have anything that resists both of them, so yeah, I'll basically hopefully be able to get up some nasty plots and start spamming strong attacks, right? Speed, we outspeed everything once Tailwind goes up, right? Like I said, Roaring Moon's gonna be a linchpin. Roaring Moon's coming every single game, and it's gonna be set in Tailwind, and it's gonna be doing things and wrecking people, right? Wrecking my opponent. So yeah, basically we're gonna get Tailwind up, and then Golden Go's gonna go to town. I think that's the plan. I do need to be wary of those Sucker Punches from Chen Pao. Those are wicked strong, and Golden Go can live a crunch from Chen Pao, which is stronger than Sucker Punch, which is what this EV spread does. And we'll also have other damage mitigation options as well, but like we also have Terra Steel as an option, right? So we're no longer weak. That said, we open up ourselves to getting close combated by that Zapdos, so or Sacred Sworded. So need to be wary of those things. But yep, standard Golden Go. Next we have Roaring Moon. Most of my Terras are Terra Steel this week, right? Because it resists Extreme Speed and Icicle Crash and Leaf Storm, right? Like it all around is just a pretty solid defensive type, right? Resist split play rough since Bug First Impressions, right? So I do need to be mindful of the two fighting types and the ground type that they have in the back, right? But with the speed, we're the fastest thing on the field, bar a Scarf Superior and a Scarf Galv, I guess. But like, we'll live everything from Galvantula. We live everything from Superior as well, so not too worried about that. If Superior gets some boost, that's when it gets scary, right? Superior is pretty weak, naturally. But yep, we have Terra Steel again, just to get past those weaknesses as well. So Breaking Swipe is so good into my opponent's team. I do need to be wary of that Zapdos getting an attack boost from it, right? Because of Defiant, but we have Acrobatics to pressure the Zapdos, right? Force it to Terra. That said, I don't think it's actually a Terra captain of theirs. I think it's Chen Pao, Dragonite, and Superior, right? So I don't even need to worry about Terra on that thing. Like, Acrobatics should generally always be free into it. So we have that going for us. Basically, the game plan is going to be lead Roaring Moon and either Mienshao or Tauros, depending on what they bring, right? If I don't see Tinkaton, it'll probably be Tauros. If I see Tinkaton, it'll probably be Mienshao, right? And the ideal will be to fake out and set Tailwind and then start spamming Breaking Swipe, right? Breaking Swipe is how we win this game. It's a broken move. Absolutely broken, especially when my opponent doesn't have Wide Guard, right? So, yep. With this defense investment, it's a lot of physical bulk, right? Roaring Moon doesn't have the best physical defense, but it lives everything from Pao Knight, right? Lives Icicle Crashes, it lives Banded Extreme Speeds. So we're guaranteed to get a Breaking Swipe off if we play our cards right, right? which is what we want. After this, we have Tauros. Tauros is a little bit of an unconventional set. This is like a regulation 1 or 2 set that you would have seen, where it's running Mirror Herb with Intimidate, right? So the idea here was that if I can get an Intimidate off into either the Zapdos or the Superior, I'm getting an attack boost, right? Because of Contrary, it'll give the Superior an attack boost just by how Contrary works, right? And if I Intimidate into the Zapdos, I'm going to get +2 Defiant boost, right? So Mirror Herb is a really good item this week, right? And it has a lot of versatility. I do need to be mindful that I can't open myself up to getting Brave Birded by the Zapdos, because Zapdos and Tauros theoretically speed tie. I'm not running max speed because I'm not going for that speed tie. I'd rather have the certainty of I'm slower, I will Terra, live, and KO back, right? Then play around with 50-50s, right? So that's what we're doing. No protect. It's basically just 4 attacks to hit everything, right? If this thing can get in Tailwind with the Defiant boost, right? We're going to be spamming Rock Slides and we're going to be hitting hard, right? They don't really have too many good resists, and the resists don't want to hit or take a Raging Bull or a close combat, right? So, yep, Tauros is solid. After this, we have Sylveon. Sylveon is going to be probably our main late game sweeper, as per usual. That or Golden Go. But with this defense investment, we live, I believe it was a Gigaton Hammer from... No. We don't live a Gigaton Hammer. We can never live a Gigaton Hammer. We have to Terra to live a Gigaton Hammer. With this defense investment, we live in Extreme Speed from Dragonite, right? A banded Terra normal Extreme Speed, which crazy, but yep. Hyper Voice, Terra Blast, like standard stuff that we've always brought. This time we're bringing Quick Attack. Quick Attack's nice because if that Chen Pao is Sash and we knock it to its Sash, we could just pick it off with a Quick Attack, right? We'll also have Strong Fairy moves in these to dish out some damage, right? And then we can Terra and quick Strong Fire move into the Steel type. So, yep. After this, we have Toedscruel. Toedscruel probably not coming this week. It'll depend on a few things. Like, I think on paper, it matches up really well if we can handle the Chen Pao. If we can't handle the Chen Pao, it does not match up very well at all. It'll live a single hit from everything that isn't Chen Pao, basically, right? We're max physical bulk because my opponent's team is so physically oriented, right? And if we get this thing into Tailwind, right? Like, Dazzling Gleams are going to chunk Dragonite and Chen Pao, right? So it is reasonable if we Terra Steel it, but I don't know. We'll see. And finally, we have Mienshao. Mienshao is our co-lead with Roaring Moon, right? I didn't do any speed creeping shenanigans with it this week because right now 105 speed outspeeds everything but Serp, Galv, and Chen Pao, right? And 105 just as a whole is a pretty solid speed tier. Like, we could drop it to Adamant, but then we start missing out on Tinkaton, I believe. And I didn't want to play around with stuff like that, right? So we're just jolly max speed. CC Ice Spinners, perfect coverage into their team. Nothing resists that, and we're gonna take advantage of that, right? So fake out support, standard stuff. I want to scout early if that Dragonite is inner focus or multi-scale, right? So maybe game 1 we'll send Tauros in to try and get an Intimidate, or maybe we'll lead it into the potential Poundite stuff, right? Because I want to, as early as possible, identify whether it's multi-scale or inner focus. If it's inner focus, we can fake it out, right? If it's multi-scale, if it's multi-scale, we can fake it out. If it's inner focus, then we can hit it with strong moves early on, right? Threaten Okos with Sylveon, that type of stuff. So yeah, that's the team. And let's get into the battle. All right. Here for round 7. At the start of this video, because I'm not going to re-record it because I'm too lazy. I said that these battles are being recorded out of order. They're not. scheduling went haywire. I've been sick all last week, and so things have just been a mess. But anyways, we're here now. And my opponent brought kind of 5 of the 6 I expected. I didn't expect Galv. I expected something else there. I don't remember what. I'm going to quickly double check what they had. Oh, they didn't bring Gyapdos. Yeah, okay, I see. All right, well, I think the plan is still the same, right? We lead Mienshao, Roaring Moon. Figure out our damage mitigation early. Tauros. We can get the Mirror Herb off of Superior still. It won't be +2, but it'll be +1. No Gyapdos kind of means Toedscruel's better. No Gyapdos means Gold is actually really good. So yeah, we'll bring double fighting types. I hate bringing 2 fighting types. Ooh. I have a really bad idea. So I'm gonna get we're faster than Tinkaton, so we get our fake out guaranteed. Right? I really want to fake out in Tailwind and then hard switch into Tauros the next turn. So it can take advantage of Superior. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It screens. Okay, we have Raging Bull, so we can kind of just ignore that, actually. I'm going to go hard into Tauros with you. And just go for the Acrobatics into Superior. Do we need to Terra Steel? I want to eat a Play Rough. Yeah, we need Roaring Moon alive. So I will Terra. There's the attack boost and there's the Mirror Herb. Let's go. Some good chip. No, my plan. No, it would have been so cool. Well, man, I'm so disappointed. But it is what it is. I think I'm gonna let Superior set up a light screen if it wants to, because the only thing Tinkaton will have to hit us is knockoff, which won't do a ton, right? Into Golden Go. And it's not Assault Vest, right? So they're probably Fake Out, Play Rough, Gigaton Hammer. 4th move is probably some sort of status move, like Thunder Wave or... Oh, we got a crit. Lucky crit. This is very fortunate. That did nothing. Tinkaton has struggles. Let's see what they have in the back. I'm hoping it's Pow Knight. Pow Knight, I know what it's gonna do. It's Galv! I don't know what this thing's gonna do. I mean, it's Make It Rain and... It's not gonna be physical, and we can't damage the Tinkaton, so Acrobatics is just better. Breaking Swipe does cover for a Terra or Hard Switch, but I think Acrobatics is better. Alright, this should KO Galv. I doubt it gets... I lied. It got Tinkaton. Wow. There's the Chien-Pao. So... I think this is just to make it rain and break a swipe. Oh, Terra watered. Does it still die? Oh, wow. That did nothing. Oh, right, because of the breaking swipe. Duh. And 73%. Damn. Gholdengo is busted. I almost accept team sheet. All right, game 2. That went very well. I think, did Gholdengo get 4 KOs? No, Roaring Moon KO'd the Serp. All right, we're doing the same lead. And I definitely want gold. And I want Tauros to get this Mirror Herb off. It's going to be so cool if I actually get to abuse it. Also, this is the second match in a row with screens. Versus a Raging Bull. I don't understand that necessarily, but, you know. Tauros does have the ability... To be fair, they did just Oko my Tauros. But Tauros has the ability to just completely invalidate screens, right? So, I don't think screens make a whole lot of sense versus me, but, you know, is what it is. Ooh, Dugtrio. And we did confirm Serperior is contrary. Not that it would have been anything else, but, you know. I don't really care if screens go up, right? So I think this is just a close combat into the Dugtrio, right? Yeah. Breaking Swipe might be a little bit better to cover for a Sash. Rock Blast. Interesting. And it just died. Was it the hair ability? It was Tingling Hair. Well, Ice Spinner into the Galv. And I do want to Terra Steel and Tailwind. Ideally, we lose Mienshao here. That did a lot. Wow. But we will just get our KO on the Galv. I don't want Serperior to die. Like, I want Serperior to stay on the field so I can click fun buttons. Yes. We are still faster than everything on the field. Is it better to go gold, though? Gold picks up an immediate double knockout. Yeah, this will let us get rid of the screen. So Raging Bull, and I will Acrobatics the Serp. And we get our attack boost. Let's go! That crit did not matter. And there's the Chien-Pao, which should drop to... Who's faster here? We already saw... Wait, we already saw a Sash. Never mind. They haven't Terra'd. I'm gonna Raging Bull and Breaking Swipe. Oh, right. They were Terra Water. We saw that. Well, it is just a CC and a Breaking Swipe still. Chien-Pao never can break Tauros. GG. Man, I don't necessarily understand the screens into me, but you know. Interestingly, like Dragonite never touched the field. Dragonite could have been a huge problem. Maybe they saw Gholdengo and didn't want to deal with it. I don't know. Anyways, good game to my opponent. 7 battles in a row, undefeated. Let's keep this going. We got 4 more to go, I think, right? I think there's 11 battles in the season. So, you know, we're going to keep this momentum going. And if we can have an undefeated season, it's... I don't want to jinx it, which I probably have already, if, you know, I believed in that. But here we are. Undefeated, week 7. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you made it this far, leave a nice comment about Sig's art. Thanks, everybody.